Hey, peace world. My name is Wood. Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. I'm gonna get right into it. This isn't really political. This is more like common sense and just like sifting through the BS to just looking for reality. Maybe this is reality, but I'm talking about Whitlock, Jason Whitlock, and he has an article today up on his new home, Outkick the coverage, or Outkick.com. Whitlock, USA or NBA. That is an easy choice for me. And really realizing here is I'm not really trying to bash him per se, but I see the game clearly. I see the play clearly. The fact is, talking about what he's talking about in these articles, in most of them, the majority of them, because he wrote a really good one a week and a half ago or so. But the main thing here is if I stick along these same talking points, these people are going to click on this shit and they're going to read the whole article. They're going to be on this page the entire time and they're going to go into the chat section. They're going to it's going to be engagement and they're probably going to share this. It's the same 25, 35 guys on here every day that pat him on the back and say attaboy. And I think when he was on TV, when he's been in other situations or on other platforms, he wasn't getting that type of love. And I would say that it probably wasn't coming from, he doesn't really appeal to the black community. And before I get into these talking points, I also saw something the other night. And I should go back. I don't even know if I can go back and confirm it at this point in time. But this guy was making a video, had made a video of something my wife was watching. But she played the guy on the video was reading, I guess, some material that was supposed to be from Whitlock when he was tabbed to lead up the Undefeated over at ESPN. And I guess he spoke something about he intended to cover LeBron James, who was heading back to Cleveland, I believe. And he said that he wanted to make sure that there was a certain amount of coverage on LeBron because he is as big as he is. And, we might even have a writer like attached to him, like a la Brian Windhorst for ESPN. And it was just him speaking really favorably on LeBron. Now, what I'm saying is now that relationship never materialized between him and LeBron. You know that Whitlock never even hung around at the Undefeated when the feature page was even launched for ESPN.com. He was ousted before that even happened. And what I'm saying is, which is basically what I think has happened with Candace Owens, it's better to be on this side of it because these people, like I said, these people respond. Nobody was responding to Jason Whitlock. And I suspect that at some point you realize I'm not getting any love from my community, but I'm an intelligent dude. I'm dope at what I do. I'm talented at what I do. I want somebody to love me. I need that adulation. And over here talking this stuff and using these code words, this cut and paste qualifiers on stuff, it's happening. And I get it because it's a certain thing that I think I do well. And my numbers are, I don't have no numbers on here. So you go where the money is. You go where the numbers are. You go where the reception is. You go where the love is. So I'm going to jump through some of the talking points on here. 4 minutes. Let me mark that down. First thing, imagine being mad because anybody, anywhere, has a t-shirt on that just says vote. Doesn't say vote for either side. It just says vote. Now I understand. I'm not stupid, and I'm trying to keep it a buck. I understand that if the NBA if the players and the NFL guys I see Jordan on there from the Saints. You should vote. They're likely implying vote for the Democrats. I get that, and I understand that people would be that people on the right would be upset at that. I get that. But imagine a shirt that just says vote. And that's what he says in this article, is that I can't take it anymore. The kneeling, Black Lives Matter splashed across the court, the finger wagging, self-righteous commercials, the vote t-shirts. Imagine getting mad or having any reaction because something simply says vote. I was driving by a house the other day and the guy had a sign in his yard that just said vote 2020. I thought that was really sensible. In my opinion, vote is partially saying pay attention to what's going on and understand some things and go exercise your right to vote. I mean, that's a part of being in this country. That's one of the rights that you have. Inalienable rights is that you're allowed, that you can go vote. So just go do it. Don't give a damn who you vote for. So then he just said the silly slogans on the back of the jerseys. And then he credited Myers Leonard for standing for the anthem. See, the funny thing with Myers Leonard standing for the anthem, nobody gave a shit. Nobody looked at him wrong for doing what he wanted to do and speaking, taking his stance and being an individual. Nobody gave a shit. I don't care about people that wear MAGA hats. I don't really care about nobody wearing a BLM t-shirt. I don't care. Do what you need to do. That's what this country is about. So long as you're not suggesting or encouraging anybody to hurt anybody with what's on your chest, I don't give a damn what you have on. Pride, La Raza, whatever. All of this is kind of funny because Jason Whitlock doesn't vote. In all of his articles, like he doesn't vote. He says he refuses to vote because he feels like the candidates and politics are dirty. But you on here speaking about political stuff. Go get you a sandwich or something. And he mentions on here he watches it with the volume down, as long as he can watch it. Another thing that he mentions on here is the LeBron James worship. This is how you know he's a hater. And he's tired. He's become consumed with his hatred for LeBron James. So it's better to be the opps of LeBron, because you can write about him every day and people are going to click on it. Because there's an army of people out here that hate LeBron because of how he's been cast. And I'm going to be honest with them. I don't watch the NBA as much as I used to because of this same thing. And the fact that the league, but that's a credit to LeBron. I mean, nothing is wrong with the league where one person goes to 10 straight NBA finals or 10 and 11 years. I get it. All the super team. Again, this is reality. This is the real world. Like, who wants to rock with that? My Pistons don't have a chance to compete with LeBron James. And then to sit here and watch teams, well, this was more of the Golden State Warriors, but when they were hot, you had teams who couldn't shoot in 81 games who demonstrated they couldn't shoot at a high clip, but then they go to play the Golden State Warriors, the best shooting team in the league a couple of years, 2017, and we're going to outshoot them to beat them. How the hell does that work? So you just watch a bunch of guys hanging out at the three-point line, just hoisting up jumpers, hitting the glass and the all kind of stuff. Who wants to watch that? Then Whitlock gets into this China stuff. Nike and China have dragged the NBA into a racist propaganda war with the United States as the opposition. Another sentence. That's why his marketing plan includes smearing America as inherently racist and ignoring China's blatant anti-black racism and human rights abuses. I'm sorry, I don't even know what the F anti-black racism means. I don't even know what that shit means. It's so confusing. Human rights abuses. Let me keep it real again. people act, a lot of these people on these channels make it like China is so bad and that they're communists and all of the factual stuff. They are what they are. But at the same time, it's very hard to find a company that's doing that's manufacturing and selling any goods that don't have a relationship with China or something somewhere in Asia, or they don't have a relationship with another company that's directly doing business with China. It's almost like, but this is the reality of business and commerce. 2008, when we had that recession. Prior to that, I could be wrong here. Prior to that, you couldn't have alcohol ads on television. You only had beer. We go through that downturn in the economy, recession, whatever, depression. As part of the recovery, you started seeing ads from liquor companies, vodka, Grey Goose, Belvedere, Hennessy. I watch boxing. Hennessy picked up, I want to say at one time they had Mayweather, Canelo, and Manny Pacquiao. I think now they might only have, I don't even know if they have any of them at this point. But sometimes when fights come on, you'll see the Canelo or the Pacquiao ads. That was after 2008. We need money. Alcohol doesn't seem to be so bad. Yeah, we'll show your ads. They started airing alcohol ads. We use it when we allow these things when we need it. That's capitalism. When it serves us well, or something's been taken away and we need to fill that void, alcohol is not so bad. Let's run those ads. Let's charge that money. So China really isn't, I mean, they might be horrible. The air quality, the human rights stuff, but let's not sit here and act like we're so concerned about how they treat their people. Look at how we treat people in this country when we need to. So I don't sit here and say that China is the evil, whatever. It may be, but we really have a really good relationship with them at the end of the day. Hell, they just sent the former guard, Lawson. They just kicked him out of there because he said something about females or something sexual. They got China women have nice asses or something. Marbury been over there for years. Other NBA dudes have been like China. Again, man, this stuff that they tell you on the news outlets over here to get you all charged up about China, I ain't buying it. That's why his marketing plan includes smear. What marketing plan? That's on the commercials? That's in the artwork or the posters or where is that? Then he goes on to say worship of James, LeBron, George Floyd, Jacob Blake, and Breonna Taylor. This is going on during the games, and this is why he hates listening to it. Because of mentions of George Floyd, Jacob Blake, and Breonna Taylor. He says that the last three shouldn't be compared to civil rights heroes. Medgar Evers, Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King. Though we know this, bro. And as a matter of fact, now that we're several weeks beyond the last situation, that's not even being mentioned anymore. I mean, again, you're telling these people that in your comment section what they want to hear, but that's not even really what's happening. Now, are they kneeling? Yeah, I was shocked to see them kneel the other night. I saw LeBron and some of them get up before the song was even over. That was a dope. The dude playing the instrument, that was a dope national anthem. I'm not gonna lie. I dug that. But I saw them get up, and I could imagine that was interpreted as disrespectful by a large number of fans who no longer tune in. Got no problem with that. Lastly, he's obligated to include his knock about BLM, Black Lives Matter. And he cuts and pastes his same follow-up statement on there. a Marxist anti-religious religion organization. Man, he says, well, I'll get to that in a minute. I know some educators. I know a lot of educators. I know a lot of people in a lot of different walks. I work with different people in corporate America. I couldn't tell you nobody who's even mentioned and said they're doing anything for Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter, all caps, BLM, all caps, has never even come up. Nobody gives a damn about Black Lives Matter that I know. I don't care about Black Lives Matter. He says Black Lives Matter and Antifa are burning down a country I love. Real simple. If I don't know what's going on in Portland or in the Great Northwest where that stuff was happening, I don't know if that's still happening. I know the fires in California are literally burning, as they typically do. But if you want to make this statement, put some links in the article to what's happening right now where buildings are burning. Again, like I just said, the last situation that jumped off with the Jacob Blake, yeah, I saw some buildings burning because people were reacting to that specific moment. But regularly, week to week, buildings are not just burning. People are not everywhere just burning shit down. That's not happening. Your people in your comments section, they think that's happening. Put 2 articles in there from 3 cities across the country where that's happening. It's that simple. I write articles on WordPress and online. Copy the links in there and let me go right to them and see what happened last night when you posted this article. Where is the country burning? That's a flat out lie. He makes no mention of the fact that LeBron nor AD have any slogans on their jerseys. And even LeBron himself looked into the camera, into the microphones and said, Black Lives Matter as an organization. He said, nah, Black Lives Matter is like it's part of the culture, or it's a part of life for Black people in America. So this is what I'm saying. BLM, all caps. We don't recognize that. I don't recognize that BS. Did I look at George Floyd with the situation with Chauvin or whatever, Officer Chauvin? Did I look at that and say brothers shouldn't be dying? What's his name? Rayshawn, the cat in Atlanta, Brooks, Rayshawn Brooks. Did he deserve to get shot in the back like that? Yeah, I thought there was different ways to resolve that situation. Black Lives Matter, all lowercase, I'm sorry. Yeah, I agree with that. BLM, you see me repping that shit. Nobody I know is repping that shit. Your people in the comment section though, they all charged up over that shit. Why don't you note that LeBron James doesn't have a slogan on the back of his jersey? That doesn't fit the rest of your narrative. This is why nobody cares about none of this shit. What we saw Tuesday night in the presidential debate, that's why everyday people don't care about this shit, because you want to think you're dealing with things that really matter and is substantive. And when you dig down, when you just scratch the surface, it's bullshit. It's really nothing. This is a dude getting clicks. And yeah, I've had this article open now for 15 minutes and somebody somewhere let me close it while I close that. Somebody said, hey, this ad is really, this article is really working. Guess what? Write more just like that with all the same talking points. Just remix them and shuffle them up a little bit. You have 85 comments on here from the same 25 dudes, all patting him on the back. Guess what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to write another article just like that. It's that simple. Do you know how much a cell phone? Do you know how much sneakers would cost? Compression, Nike compression leggings. And do you know how much that stuff would cost if we made it here? we be running around in shorts up to our thighs.